Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check. 1, 2. My name is Mike, and this is Mike's opinion. Or should I say, this is Mike's opinion, and I am Mike. Yeah. And if you listen to any of my other podcasts, you know I'm not fancy with it. I don't have any real, fancy production. So I'll give you some intro music. Here you go. You ready? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Excuse me. So here we go. Today's topic on the Mike's Opinion show is, wait for it, women. Yeah. Females, ladies, sexies, hot mommies, the ill nanas, bitches, hoes, tricks, tramps, cunts, whatever you choose to call them or yourselves. Females. Bitches. Let me begin by saying I'm not a rapist. I love women. I have no hate or animosity towards my mother, any of my female relatives, any females I've ever met. Excuse me. I love people as a whole, and I have a fondness for women. I am 100% straight, sexually speaking. Sexual orientation, I am heterosexual to the max. My adrenaline and testosterone are working fine. Love women. Love women. Females. You know? There ain't nothing like a female, man. From the hair, the eyes, lips, cheekbones, smiles, those necks, collarbones, shoulders, backs, chest, the boobies. Give you the shivers down to that waist. That little navel, that little belly button, the things y'all do with that. The tummy, those arms, sexy arms. Ray Charles used to feel your arms to feel how fine you were. Those hands, some of them so soft. The touch is so soft. You know how to touch me so right. Fingers, fingernails, hips. Hips. Pelvic region, that's vaginal front, just above. I love to just touch it and rub it softly, circular motion. The booty. Now, excuse me, as a black man, I am one of the rarities that you can have the bubble, that brown protrusion, or you could be flat as a wall and I still appreciate them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have that engorgement of a bubble. So don't be taking out ribs and getting fix a flat stuck into your booty for me, because I don't need it. I like all natural women. Ain't nothing against women that accessorize, okay? With your weaves, your fake eyelashes, fake eyebrows, fake eye color contacts, lip injection, cheekbone adjustments, you know what I'm saying? Fake titties. I hate them long ass toenails though, yo. I hate all of that. I can't say I hate it, it's just not for me. I love natural women. Work with what you were born with. Them natural nails, natural hair, natural eyelashes. If it don't grow out you, I ain't not trying to have that. So, and that's just me, because I appreciate all booties, all boobies, from nipples, like just a nipple only, till, double Z's, or, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your eye color is, from black to, albino white, albino blue. You know what I'm saying? From the short, Negro, Afro, Angela Davis joint to the long flowing, almost naturally straight or curly hair. You know what I'm saying? We have all of those textures. And it's remarkable, how many women up in age have still not figured out their own hair game. They still trying to figure that shit out. For me, shave it all off and start from the beginning. Okay? Eat right, exercise, drink lots of water. It'll grow. But back to where I was. Legs. Them thighs. Oh, the thigh gap thing, it's a remarkable thing. It like shapes a heart from, that space in between your vagina and your upper thigh. Oh, the curvature there, the ones that have it, it's a lovely endeavor. I gotta tell you, them thighs, the knees, I've seen some raggedy knees. Them knees that are discolored and then toe up from when you was a tomboy. But you got them smooth knees with no discoloration. I love those. The perfect calf. That calf pronunciation, with or without heels. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some women that have, they look like they're calfless. Like they have zero calf. But I like that calf definition. This is my personal preference. You are listening to the Mike's Opinion show. This is my opinion. None I'm saying law. This is all for me. If you feel me, if you agree with me, great. If you disagree with me, that's fine too. We can disagree without hate. We could disagree. Okay, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. Boom. Boom. It's okay. So, them toes, them sexy feet. You know what I'm saying? Wifey got one of them feet. My wife is half black, half Asian. And she's got the, that second toe is longer than the big toe. But it's still sexy though. She got sexy feet. Like some of her toes, like it just don't go flat out. It has that like little curvature down to the toenail. Oh, lovely. But, and, my wife supports everything I do and who I am freely. You know what I'm saying? And you can find that in another podcast. I'm going to do a podcast on open relationships and open marriage. But even though we hardly in 9 years have ever done anything, we have the option to. She doesn't imprison me in love. And I love is an understatement. Like Prince said, love's too weak to define. Just what you mean to me. And that's how I feel about my wife. Love is not a strong enough word to what she means to me and what I feel for her, because she allows me to truly be me. Excuse me. And because she is completely bisexual, she loves females probably more than I do. And we check out females together. And if you don't have that in your life, man, I feel sorry for you. If you got to sneak to do anything, watch porn, check out a chick, whatever, then that's on you. That's your life choice. I don't get down like that. That's just me. But women, females, the things I will say may offend you. And they may compliment you. But this is all my opinion. Okay? So, let's start from the beginning. If you're a Christian, if you believe in the Bible, first woman was Eve. E-V-E, right? Eve. Now, I have never had one woman agree with what I'm about to say. But these are the facts, at least my interpretation of the story of Genesis. I understand that Adam, first man, was chilling in the Garden of Eden, lounging for many, many years, like a long time. God first told him, don't eat from tree of knowledge, right? I didn't want to think about it. He was cool with it. No problem. So Adam gets lonely, right? He says, the tiger got a tiger, the bird got a bird. And all these animals that I'm with, that you bless me with, have companions. I don't have nobody look like me. I don't have one. So Lord, boom, cracked open a rib, blew life, boom. Here's woman. She's here to serve you. She's here to help you, to be a companion to you. All of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Literally and figuratively. Okay? Now, one could perceive that Eve was the weaker of the two. This is why the devil, the serpent, convinced her to get with that tree of knowledge. But they butt naked in the Garden of Eden. All of a sudden, here comes the female who gets down with the serpent and then convinces Adam, yo, you know why God don't want you to eat from that tree of knowledge? Because you're going to know just as much as he does. So let's do that. We need to do that. All of a sudden, boom, they eat the forbidden fruit. They realize they naked. It all goes downhill from there. And then now we're here. Excuse me. Year's 2020. And Sodom and Gomorrah is happening all over again. Seemingly, if you believe what the media have you believe. I don't believe that wholeheartedly. I believe humans been doing human shit for ever. But that's my first take. Summarily speaking, everything was fine until the woman came along. I understand wars have been started over women. Many countless fights and drama over women. And one of my observations in my many years on this planet is that women ain't never satisfied with themselves or anything or anybody else. They are in a perpetual state of dissatisfaction. Now, any females that listen to this, ask yourself, am I happy? Have I ever been happy for more than 5 minutes? That song by Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? Do, 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 do. Ooh, yeah. Truer statement could have never been said, right? Because it's always, what have you done for me lately? Grass is always greener over there. My hair's not right. My eyes not right. Does my booty look good? Do I look fat in this? What color is this? Should I wear this color? I'm too this. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm not pretty enough. Oh, she too pretty. Oh, I don't have the right car. I don't have the right husband. I don't have the right boyfriend. Oh, I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It's always some dissatisfaction. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? I have observed this from grandmothers to mothers to daughters to sisters to aunts, whatever, how you ever pronounce it, how you want to pronounce it. But little girls, old women, middle-aged women, teenage girls, dudes, we simple. I once saw this picture. One was men, one was women, side by side. And they were represented by a control panel. The men's control panel had one button. The women's control panel had 35 buttons. Levers and push buttons and dials. All these things on it. And y'all wallow in that. And today, 2020... say something wrong to a woman. You better ask her to buy her a drink nicely, because if not, it's going to be sexual harassment. Now, please, I am a gentleman. I am a kind man. I have never once intentionally disrespected a woman. Okay? I have not grabbed a booty in a club, grabbed your titties. I have not, I'm not that dude. I've never been that dude. Okay? I respect your humanity from one human to another. Okay? I honestly ain't never been a game. You know that Biggie song? He hollering at the bar. He said, game, just rewind. On to the next chick spitting the same thing, basically is what he's saying. I've never been one of them dudes with a one-liner or a game, running game. I'm just me. I was like, hello, hi. Introduce myself, hi. My name is Michael. And I start from there. I'm not running the game. Yes, I am just like most men that I want to touch you. I want to kiss you. I want to lick you. I want to fuck you. I want to make love to you. I want to have sex with you. I want to experience you physically. It's in my DNA. Okay? It's inherent. Okay? It's no disrespect. And in 2020, you want equality. You want to be football players. You want to make as much. You want to do as much. Then you need to put out as much. Okay? Hallelujah. Shout out. I'm clapping my hands. Okay? Yes. Somebody had to say it. Okay? You should not and cannot have it both ways. Okay? You can't have the old chivalry and the respectfulness and the gentlemanliness that you were given when you wanted to play the female position. But now you want to play the equal position? Then guess what? Be equal. Spread them legs. Give up the pussy. Fuck more. Okay? Now some might say it's already happening. Tinder and the apps. But from what I've seen, and I'm not really out there like that, but from what I've heard and seen, like the young girls, they looking to pay to play. And when I say young, I'm talking 18 to 25. Cash at me. I heard a podcast with Too Short. I think he was talking to T.I. on his Expeditiously podcast. Shout out to T.I. doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, yo, I'm a famous rapper. Now, yeah, he old school famous rapper. But nevertheless, he said, girls still be at the club. Yo, cash at me if you want to touch this. Yo, I think Pac was like, I'm looking for the same thing. I give you a nut, you get a nut, I get a nut, and we even Steven. But now you want me to come out of my pocket? But hold on, ain't you supposed to be making your own money? Ain't you today's empowered women? What you need my money for? Okay? So, contradictory is what that is. And I'm going to keep reiterating and injecting that I have no animosity towards women. I love females. Okay? But I know what I'm dealing with when I'm dealing with females. And these are in general terms. Of course, there are those that all of these things may not be applicable. Okay? All of these things may not apply to you. You may be that special one. I've met dime pieces, and when I say dime pieces, I mean 10s, perfect 10s. No stretch marks, no body fat, intelligent, shapely, beautiful, universally pretty. That universal pretty, that universal beauty, rather. That I don't care where you went on this planet, you'd be considered beautiful. Those that are down to earth dime pieces. Some of them don't know how fine they are. And, they just real. They don't need a whole bunch. Remember that hippie chick, back in the 60s, that cool chick, smoke with you, have sex with you, then be like, peace. See you next lifetime. And, they weren't trying to cuff you or have demands on you. I got a couple partners that are in these marriages. They prisons, yo. They in these relationships. You better not, they wife or they woman is like, you better not look at another woman. You better not think about another woman. I get it. If monogamy fits you both, then so be it. But real talk, I ain't never seen a monogamous dude. I think it was Chris Rock, comedian Chris Rock, in one of his specials, he said a man is as faithful as his options. And there's dudes out there that don't have no options. And really, it has nothing to do with how much money you have, your height, your weight, your looks, your job, the family you come from. It has nothing to do with that. You know, of course, money helps because women value money. And of course, I mean, if you're old school woman, you're looking to get taken care of, you need to know how a man's going to be able to provide for you and your future children, right? So you need a man that's a go-getter, go-getter. Shout out to Kels and Jeezy. But it's just, you know, if you're going to be that woman, an old school woman, I understand that. But today's woman, you know, that economic status is more important for a different reason. Because they trying to come up. Like, not too long ago, I watched that movie Hustlers, based on true story, right? Probably Cardi B's life or whoever's life when they was drugging dudes, you know, leaving them knocked out, wipe out their credit card, bank account, whatever. And it's like they felt no remorse. Dudes had it coming, right? Because they wanted to fuck. Oh my gosh. I wanted to fuck you. I wanted to have sex with you. Mind you, for me, that's not synonymous with I wanted to objectify you. I wanted to dehumanize you. That means I wanted to share an equally rewarding sexual experience with the two of us. A physical interaction. Okay? Why is that criminal to so many females? There's multiple factors involved if you want to get deeper into it. In today's world, there were many reasons prior to this, but, you know, women were more, dare I say, obedient. Imagine that. You know, that's the real true balance, right? A woman loves and obeys her husband. A man loves, cherishes, and provides for his woman. That's the yin-yang fit, right? You know, Temptations or OJ's. I think it was Temptations. Ain't no woman like the one I got. There's a song. Ain't no woman like the one I got. I kiss the ground she walks on. Yeah, you know that one? Well, there's a line in that song that says, I would kiss the ground she walks on because it's my word. She obeys. Okay? That sums it all up. For me, that's the perfect relationship. She does what I tell her to, and I worship and cherish her. Provide and protect her. You know, that's the yin yang, but it's all out of balance now. You know, instead of the man being the tree and the woman being the flower, nah, these flowers out here trying to be trees and forests. You know, they don't want to play their position. And I give it to you. I'm not a woman, but if I had to think about how it is to be a woman, and dudes want to hit it and quit it, right? So you got to do something to make them cling, to make it stick, right? But we don't live in that world now. The world has always been a cold place. Life on Earth, something is always trying to kill you. There's a movie with Seth MacFarlane and Charlize Theron with her fine ass. And in the promo for the movie, he was like, everything's trying to kill you. And that's summarily speaking. I can't remember exactly what he said. Excuse me. But it's along those lines. You know, Earth is a perilous place. Earth has always been dangerous. Well, maybe not in Eve and Adam's time. In the Garden of Eden, you know, animals, you know, you can communicate with animals. Then they wasn't trying to eat you. But you could slip and fall, crack your head. I would imagine, right? But 2020 America, you just step out your door. You don't have to step out your door. A plane can crash into your joint, right? A flood, home invasion, robbery, you know? kids laying in their bed, drive through bullets coming through windows and walls. So that's before you leave the house, right? You can slip and fall. The accidents happen. But once you leave your house, driving in traffic, just being out your house, traveling in a vehicle is a very dangerous endeavor. Ask Tracy Morgan on a party bus. Ask the countless hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals that are involved in horrible car crashes throughout the United States and elsewhere every day. I know where I live, even though I'm from New York City, I've seen many accidents, but I live in Texas now. And if you turn on the radio, if you watch certain channels on TV, there are many, many commercials. Hitting the car wreck? Call this number. Did you get rear-ended by a truck? Call this number. Were you in a car accident? It wasn't your fault? Call this number. It's big business. I don't know how big it is, but it's big business. It's business. It's regular business. Car accidents are a business. Truck accidents, vehicular accidents are a big business. And if you know anything about my podcast, you know I digress. I sidetrack, but I circle back around. But it's a hazardous world. And there are females that know how to protect themselves, and then there are those that are not, because man's strength is real. Okay? That's why I don't understand these women that want to play football. Like in the men's NFL. One hitch, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Okay? Man's strength is real. Okay? So, that's why I don't think none of these trannies, transgenders should be involved in opposite sex sport. Okay? Like, if you were a dude, oh, excuse me, I hit a pen which hit a glass on my desk. If you were born a male, I don't care how many hormones, and if you have gender reassignment surgery, you should not be able to wrestle in the female department or section or area or category. Okay? You shouldn't be able to do it. It should be wrong. If you like to wear dresses, but you still have a dick, you should not be able to use the female bathroom. I mentioned this in a prior podcast. If my 10-year-old comes and says, my 10-year-old son comes and says, I feel like a girl, I'm going to punch his ass in the chest and be like, hey, you're not. Do you see this penis? That makes you a boy. Now, when you get out of my house, okay, you can be whatever you want to be, and I'm still going to love you. While you're in my house, I'm not supporting that. And this is where I disagree with D-Wade and Gabrielle Union. No disrespect. It's just my opinion. I disagree with you repping your son doing that. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's just my opinion. It's nothing wrong with straightening that out. Okay? Be a man. Yes, this particular episode is about females, but included in that is men and how we deal with y'all. And many men are scared to be that, and it's because of y'all women. Y'all have put so much pressure, so much guilt, so much fear into these punks that they scared to be themselves. You're feminizing the entire society. And I've heard this term, I don't know who said it, feminazis. I don't know if it was I know it was some other talks person, I don't know who it was, but the feminazis, that's what they're calling feminists. It may have been Alex Jones or someone else. I don't know who it was, but somebody, I heard it somewhere else. And you weaponize the vagina. You have weaponized the vajayjay, yo. You hear what I'm saying? And why? What's your end goal? What's your end game? Huh? Turn us all into whimpering females. Now, again, I love females. And I understand there are a lot of men out there that don't deserve you or respect. Because regardless of what I'm saying here, I assure you, I'm not chauvinistic or have a lack of respect for females. I just want females to be females. Okay? You're not equal. Period. End of story. I said it. You're not equal. You're equal in your humanness. We're both human, the male and the female. Yes. Yes. I could raise the baby. I could nurture. But I ain't built for that shit. You know what I'm built for? If somebody tries to come in our house to protect us, I'm built for going to get that money. I'm built to look at you adoringly and thankfully for taking care of me, this house, and these kids. I'm playing my position. Play yours. And this isn't about my opinion. It's about nature. It's about natural. It's about if we allow things to keep going, there'll be no natural reproduction. We'll be test tube babies. Like Robin Harris said, you test tube baby, because we ain't going to want to touch each other. We have such hostility and animosity towards each other. Now, the women that have encountered the chauvinist pigs, the violent rapists, that's not who I represent as men. Okay? Now, as a man, I can understand it. Let's take Bill Cosby, for instance. Now, supposedly, Bill Cosby would sedate women by slipping something into their beverage and then having sex with their unconscious or semi-conscious bodies. I could never, will never, and have never got down like that. I need full consciousness, full participation. That's just me, though. You know, what is it called? When you like to have sex with inanimate bodies. It's a word for it. It'll come to me. Starts with an N, I think. But anyway, now, Bill was famous and at some point rich, tall, accomplished. You would think it would be easy for him to get laid, right? It's not. Even the rich and famous, unless you just want these groupie chicks, right? And those are easy. From a physical standpoint, the groupie chicks are out there. And any famous person or rich person can tell you out there, especially the famous ones. You know, you get a bunch that will just come backstage, do you, come to the crib, do you, and your crew, you know, and that's fine. But you want someone with a little more substance, compatibility, or something, maybe. I don't know. But Bill sits in prison right now as I record this. Mr. Jello Pop, Mr. Huxtable, Dr. Huxtable, because decades old woman came after him, lynch mob style, right? And they succeeded. Harvey Weinstein, another one. Now, I can't say I'm 100% on Harvey's side, but I do understand. Let me get this straight. Harvey wanted to have sex in exchange for a role in a movie or maybe a television show, mostly movies, I believe. And like I said in other podcasts, you do the research. This is not, these are things that I have read and acquired, just basic knowledge that I have. You can look any of this shit up. Okay? But that seems like a fair, okay, I'm about to introduce you to the world or help you get more exposure to the world, maybe an Oscar, maybe, multiple millions of dollars, fame and fortune. And I can't get a little pussy in exchange. Now, wait, maybe the way he went about it was lewd and profane. L-E-W-D. Lewd. Like disrespectful. I don't know how Harvey put it out there. I hadn't written any transcripts from court. I know he's been found guilty. He was carted off in cuffs. But, I don't know. I don't know if he was a gentleman about it and, trying to be smooth. Like, okay, I know you want this role. You want something. I want something. There's a term, casting couch. Harvey's not the only one who's done this, clearly. Okay? But in this Me Too society, you got raped? Me too. He whistled at you? Me too. He asked the wrong way to buy you a drink? Me too. He grabbed your booty? Me too. I get it. I understand. Now you must make all men pay. Human resources departments across the nation are inundated with complaints of the most minuscule nature. He looks at me too long. Females, you were born with curves. You know why? To attract. To attract. I remember watching a Seinfeld episode, and Elaine and Jerry and I think George were sitting in a booth, and they were talking about physiques, and they were talking about, the women's physique is great, and then they talked about the male physique, and Elaine said, ew, yuck, it's like a utility. It's like getting around like a Jeep, And there's some good male physiques out there, yeah, and I'm not homosexual, so I don't find none of them necessarily attractive. And if you're gay, go ahead, do you. I love you for that. If you're a male, gay person, homosexual, yeah, do you. I just not me. But females attract other females, and they attract men. These women, these girls that do their hair, eyes, makeup, checking it out, make sure they got the thigh gap, the camel toe, wearing this tight painted up shit, put on these high heels, walk out that door looking spectacular, and then get offended when a dude finds it hard to contain himself. Like, y'all want us to have unnatural composure when you out there looking that good. I'm not supposed to lose my mind when I see you looking fantastic. I'm supposed to act like I don't see you. Like you don't look tasty. Like you don't look like a piece of candy in a candy store. Edible, lickable, and delicious. And that's not objectification. It's nature. It's called attraction. But I'm not supposed to be that. I'm supposed to just play it off and just be all in my head. God, speaking of myself, it's like, oh damn, she look good. Oh, she smell good. Damn, I want to feel her. I want to taste her. I want to touch her. I want to stick it all the way in her and just make her moan and look at her face when she's doing it. It's nature. It's natural. I mean, how you gonna hold that against us men? I mean, that's what this is. Natural. It's natural. Now, the dudes that step across the line, I wouldn't want no gay dude coming up to me grabbing my crotch. So I understand. Like I said, for me, I've never just gone up and grabbed a woman, not even to dance. Like if I have back in the club days, I'll put my hand out. If you put your hand in mine, then great. But I'm never like, here, come on, we dancing. And there's dudes out there, maybe they got more testosterone than I do. Maybe they just don't give a fuck. Maybe they just disrespectful. I don't know. But I wasn't raised like that. Okay? Even after I got grown, opted not to incorporate that kind of behavior into my life. Okay? Because frankly, and I use a lot of music and movie references, but Marvin Gaye, he had this song, I Want You. And it went like this. I want you, but I want you to want me too. Okay? I don't want it if it ain't mutual. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't want it if it ain't mutual. Okay? I want the attraction to be mutual, genuine. I don't want it, you're attracted to my money, or you're attracted to my art, or I'd like you to be attracted to me physically. Okay? Physically speaking. Now, I'll still hit it if you just attracted to my personality. Not physically. I'll still hit it if you attracted to my art or my intelligence, but not necessarily physically. That's just real. I'm keeping it 100. I would. Okay? Experiencing different shapes and sizes and races of women in my lifetime so far has been amazing. I have had amazing experiences. White, Asian, Black, Latina, Middle Eastern, Native American. I have been there and done that. And I am happy that I have had those experiences. I love women. Love them. And I would like for y'all to love yourselves. But please stop. Please stop persecuting men for being men. Please allow us some room to be ourselves. And once again, I don't mean disrespectful. I don't mean violent. Okay? But if you see a dude and he's manly or mannish, as some say, let him be that. Okay? You be a little coy, a little shy, a little submissive, Be a female, be a girl. Now, there are those that are not just females or girls. Snoop Dogg said it in one of his earlier songs. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on the nuts and suck the dick. Now, a lot of us bump to that. A newer version of that is, and I don't know who the artist is, he says, you stupid ass trick, I ain't fucking with you. And I heard this in an Uber one day. And it was four college girls on their way to a party. And they were singing this loud and proud. And it was a little confusing to me. You know, because it's like, as a female being called a stupid ass bitch, it seems a little derogatory, doesn't it? Or is it just me? But like I said, you know, same thing with Snoop's Dogg. You know, he said bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. But hoes and tricks. They ain't nothing but. And there are those out there that are not ladies. They're hoes. There will always be hoes. And you know who you are. Okay? Now, the latest term now is sugar mama. No, sugar babies. Looking for sugar daddies. And it's very funny when I have run into or have interacted with, and I say, you're a whore. Do you understand that? And they get so angry because they don't think they're whores. And in my definition, if you receive money for physical activity of a sexual nature, that makes you a whore. I often wondered if they made like a part two to was it Pretty Woman? I think the movie Pretty Woman with Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. Like, if they stayed married, right, for decades, like, 10, 20, 30, 40 years of marriage, how many times and how many heated arguments would the word, you are a whore, would come out in their argument? Because supposedly he fell in love and lived happily ever after. He married a working girl from the streets. And I ain't mad at it, because virgins are overrated, in my opinion. I've had those too. And stage 5 clingers don't even begin to say that. And that's understandable, right? You're the first, they're going to cling to you. So my recommendation, any guys listening, if you're working on a virgin, and I definitely say working on, because females a lot of times make us work, jump through all kind of hoops to indulge physically, but drop. Unless you intend on marrying her. If she's the one for life, you run away from that girl. I want a woman with some mileage that's been around the block a few times. Okay? I don't care how many times. As long as you're clean. That's all that matters to me. Now, I understand the allure of a female virgin. Oh man, it's the tightest vagina you're ever going to experience. And I've been in certain fields that I've seen women use vinegar or lemon juice to tighten their vaginas. Okay? Like, I didn't even know they had vaginal suppositories, deodorant suppositories, just to make it smell fresh. Ew. You know what I'm saying? That orifice, oh man, the vagina is it's a magical device. I think it's magic. It's sorcery. Like, I heard this joke that said, don't trust anything Don't trust anything that bleeds for 3 to 7 days and doesn't die. You know what I'm saying? So, the vagina, it bleeds, it contracts, spits out 12-pound babies and whoosh, snaps back into place. I've seen amazing things done to the vagina. And it survived it. The vagina is amazing. It's amazing. The womb, that whole situation down there it's the corridor to life, right? You know? Oh, the power of females, just that power alone is amazing. Um, I don't know if some of y'all enjoy the voices, but oh man, I've met some girls with the sweetest voices. The sweetest voices. The most tantalizing and stimulating voices. I used to date this girl from East Texas. She was a twin. And I've talked to both of them, and I dated one of them, but she was real pretty and nice body, natural long hair. But for me, her voice, it literally sent chills through me just talking to her. And not just sexually. It was sexual too, but not just. It was, she had a sexy, raspy kind of thing. Oh man, her voice, it obviously it's something I still think about. Like not regularly, but like as I'm thinking about this right now, talking about this, it made me think of her. Um, Women are amazing creatures, amazing humans, but this Me Too thing, I think is out of hand, Man, we need to fight back. Man up. Don't be afraid to be a man. If I was Harvey and representing him, I would have leaned in hard. Yes, I did it. Yes. And it was nothing illegal. I bartered. You want to get in? I can't let everybody in. I got a line down the block of women trying to get in. Okay? So the ones that I think has some talent, boom. I'm the gatekeeper. I can let you into fame and fortune, possibly, if you can do the right thing. I can't act for you. I don't know how people are going to receive you. But the likelihood, if I put you in this role and you blow it, bang, blow it up, you're going to be hot. Okay? All I want to do is, have dinner with me a couple times. And you know what that means, right? Dinner with me. Come to my hotel room. Come over to the telly, yo. And let's do what we're going to do. Maybe on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 occasions. Until I'm on to the next one. Maybe probably not even that many, right? Maybe twice, 2 or 3 times. Now, look at it, Harvey. I would say maybe some women didn't find him, attractive, physically attractive. I don't know. They say beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. Ha. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? So, I don't know if they found him attractive or not. But there were women that had sex with Shabba Ranks. And I shouldn't even say that. I'm sorry. Shabba mama love him. But attraction is relative to the individual. Okay. A wide range of females appeal to me. I don't have a type. So, surely there are women that I've been with that others may not find attractive. I know I've been with women that I can't take nowhere without being, oh, she's so fine, you're so beautiful, you so this, you so that, So, like I said, that universal beauty. Universal beauty is universal. And they're out there. There's a Jamaican song. So that if you want to have a happy life, make a ugly woman your wife. You don't have to worry. But that's not true. Because if she got even halfway decent body on her, dudes are still sticking. Men are like dogs. We want to hump everything that moves. And women are more like cats. Sneaky as F. Sneaky AF, as they say. But when it comes to women in today, y'all are winning. if we put this in a competitive term, y'all are backing men down. There are men out there scared to shoot their shot because they don't know. So you know what you're doing? You're sending them to the other side. The aggressively gay men, they pulling them in droves. You know, you might be with a dude that's on the DL right now. Don't even know it. Okay? Because I know my wife will be together and she'll be like, yeah, he looking at you. He ain't looking at me. He looking at you. And I'm like, what? Like straight dudes. Like the movie Moonlight tripped me out. It made me start questioning, I'm from Harlem in the Bronx. I'm like, yo, how many, was any of my mans like that? Not to my knowledge, because we was all kicking it with girls. But so was the dude in Moonlight, right? I mean, but on the low, as my wife said, these straight acting dudes, I just, I don't know, yo. That's scary. But women, that's what y'all doing. Y'all sending them over there to play for the other team. Are you cool with that? Huh? You fine with that? Knowing that you driving otherwise straight men because they don't want to deal with the Me Too thing? Because we guys, we put out. It is not hard. I can guarantee you right now, if you are even the reasonably attracted woman of any age, you can go on any app and get laid without leaving your house. You can walk out of your house and be minutely aggressive and say something like, find a guy and just say, I'm feeling frisky. Do you have a place to go? Walk up to a guy and say, do you have enough for a hotel room? Are you busy? 8 out of 10 of those dudes will, assuming they're heterosexual, of course, will go with you and have sex with a stranger, no questions asked. We're very generous. You need to be too. Okay? If you don't want us to be sexually aggressive, circumvent that. Get ahead of that. Okay? You'll be the aggressor. Sadie Hawkins was a thing, Let's turn the Sadie Hawkins dance into an everyday event. Stop being so pent up, so dissatisfied. Love yourself. Accept yourself. Accept who you are. That kid, John Legend, what was his song? I can't remember his song, but he's talking about all your perfect imperfections. Okay? If you want to improve yourself, that's fine. Eat right, drink water, work out regularly. It's really not hard. It's not hard at all. Okay? Stop putting fattening stuff in your face through your mouth. Put down the Cokes and the sugary drinks. Drink water. And 4 to 5 times a week, spend an hour making yourself sweat. And that's the craziest thing. Every woman that has to work out, they got to have the right workout clothes. They got to have music. They got to have entertainment. They can't work out for workout's sake. I have not seen one woman that doesn't have to have all of these things. Lots of y'all are so hard to just satisfy and to please, even in the simplest of things. It's heartbreaking. Really, it's sad. Especially for those who don't know how to deal with and interact with women. I used to say a woman was only right 1 week out the month. Because you got your pre-cycle week, menstrual cycle. You got your pre-menstrual cycle week. You got the week of, And then you got your post week. That's 3 weeks of hormonal imbalance. Only 1 week out of every 4 to 5 are you right in the heart and head. You know? You only balanced for that short time. And then the cycle repeats itself. You know? I heard something somewhere. This guy was like, yo, every month. Oh, no, I was on what is it called? Andrew Schultz's dude. That dude that's on Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne, and it's Andrew Schultz and Flagrant 2. I was listening to that podcast. Funny. Them dudes is funny, but one of his dudes was like, yo, every month. I was like, yo, she's tripping. What's wrong with her? And then he remember, she's on period. That's why. Because it's a moment of temporary insanity. Or a variation of regular insanity. A heightened version of that insanity. Women, I love you. I swear I'm not trying to come down on y'all like that. Because I couldn't do it without you. Like James Brown said in his song, it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. It is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. Because a world with nothing but a bunch of dudes, yo, where that cliff? Because I'm jumping off. I need to have females exist in this world. I just wish, they would put out more and easier. Even though, really, I can't complain. I've had no problems, really. You might want to be careful what you wish for, because too much of anything is not good. That includes air or water, and definitely females. I have had simultaneous relationships with women I resided with. And it takes effort, but that was a certain situation. But it was wonderful though, But I just, I have a lot more to say about women. I need to write some stuff down, add a little more production to this podcast so I can have more focused thoughts. But I like giving my opinion just raw off the cuff, just throw a subject to myself and then speak on it. And that's what I do here. So like I said, it's not a lot of production. It's just raw. And this is just me, So live your life. Be true to yourself. And women, females, I love you. I'm Mike, and this has been Mike's Opinion. I'm Mike, and this has been Mike's Opinion.